You have to wonder, with all that goes into making something like this, how can a company bring this to you for $12?
Americans buy 5 times more clothes today than we did in the 1980s. And we wear each item of clothes just 7 times on average before tossing it. The fashion industry is in a race to the bottom. How cheap can our clothes get?
Made in India, made in Bangladesh, made in China.
Shein is a very big beast. It is a huge online shopping platform that has become very famous for selling pieces at the lowest cost possible.
The industry is a major contributor to global greenhouse gas emissions, and the biggest culprit? Fast fashion. I mean, why actually take care of your clothes when you can just buy a new shirt?
The fashion industry as a whole is 10% of the world's global carbon emission. That's more than all shipping and air travel combined.
The price of this t-shirt is $4.90. Imagine buying a t-shirt for the price of your morning cup of coffee.
In New York, I was like, I had like lint on my shirt that I was wearing, and I was like, I can go to H&M, $15. I can buy a new collared shirt.
H&M and Shein make over $40 billion a year and are growing.
If you're buying an item that is, less than the price of a loaf of bread, there's a problem, because there's no way it cost that little to make it in the first place.
At the current rate, the emissions from textile manufacturing are going to jump 60%.
I think that places like H&M, all this stuff, mass produced in Bangladesh, all that stuff is really, really, really bad for the environment, and a lot of people die because of it.
The criticism has prompted many of these companies to change their practices.
Now they have to make these green tags very prominent, 100% recycled polyester.
But is it actually fixing the problem, or is this just greenwashing? That's the term given to companies who brag about sustainability but aren't actually doing much.
A lot of the fast fashion brands like H&M are trying to do stuff, but I feel like it's a little bit greenwashing. We shouldn't be producing anything else.
This is 100% recycled polyester. Oh, and it's only $8. This shirt says 100% tencel lyocell. I have no idea what that means.
But despite all this, there could be some hope.
It's fantastic that we're bringing back the concept of shopping secondhand.
The business model has become so hot. I think it is because of the millennials, the Gen Zs, especially the Gen Zs are so into pre-owned.
Gen Zs are those born between 1997 and 2012. And unlike generations before them, they love going to thrift stores.
I like to go for vintage because you can find a lot of stuff that you can't find anywhere else at a thrift store. Usually from like dead people. Yes.
For Gen Z, if they are saying, this is a vintage shirt my dad owned, or if this is a secondhand item I picked up in this thrift shop in this country.
Although there are still negative associations with that.
My parents were like, what's wrong with you? Like, you're wearing someone else's clothes.
Old clothes or secondhand clothes are usually from people who passed away.
I'm meeting shoppers, sustainable fashion influencers, and store owners like Sarah.
I didn't realize the stigma was so strong, I guess, until I started speaking to people like my family who were like, why are you selling old people's clothes?
During my journey, I'm learning this story is about so much more than just buying too much stuff. We even need to pay attention to what fabrics and fibers we're buying too.
If we pay that much attention to what we eat and the labels on our food now, we should be paying as much attention to what we actually keep on our skin for, the whole day, 24 hours a day, because we sleep in it too.
So, just look at this entrance right here. It's a massive, wide open entrance. Very inviting. The lighting, you see the red coming from the H&M. You're just inclined to come in, and once you come in, you have this beautiful high ceiling. They definitely know what they're doing when it comes to marketing.
I see H&M in nearly every country I go to. Today, there are more than 5,000 stores. It's become almost as prevalent in my travels as seeing a McDonald's or Starbucks.
And that's what they do. That's what they're known for. They have so many different colors. And when a shirt is that cheap, it's very tempting to just pick 3. If you don't know which color you want, why wouldn't I just pick 3 and buy all 3, right? Now I'm at less than $15.
In the 1970s, more than 70% of apparel purchased by Americans was made in the US. Today, that's less than 2%. This has made our clothes cheaper, but has it come at another cost? The United Nations Economic Commission actually suggested that about 20% of the world's water waste is coming from the fashion industry.
Making one cotton shirt, so natural fibers, but it takes 2,700 liters of water to manufacture. Now that's the same as you and I would drink in 2.5 years. That's for one cotton shirt. And if you imagine you've got things like denims that take a lot of dyes and acid washes.
Between 2000 and 2014, clothing production doubled. And with the global production rising, it's only expected to get worse.
You're looking at how the products are made, the material itself. You can guarantee that there's nothing environmentally friendly about their chemicals that they're using for the dyes or for the production process, and then the carbon footprint alone on the shipping that they do. It's probably, I would say, the worst offender right now is Shein.
Shein recently exploded in popularity in the US. The Chinese online seller became the world's biggest fashion retailer, known for its crazy cheap products sent directly to your door. But there are 3 things wrong here. First, much of its products are synthetic materials, meaning they will never biodegrade. Second, when it's so cheap, you'll just buy it, even though you might not really need or value an item. And third, because it is an online seller, it takes a lot of resources to ship the items straight to your house instead of to a store. Many critics call out Shein as straight up destroying our planet.
And even brands like Uniqlo are making it a big priority to try to prove to their customers that, hey, we're thinking about this stuff. This is $24 and it's 81% recycled polyester. But it also says conscious H&M choice, 100% something something, right? So again, it's, as a consumer, I say, ooh, conscious, I guess it's okay. This is $24, let me just buy it. And it says conscious choice, I'm sure it's fine. I really don't know what any of these mean, and maybe they don't even care for me to know what they mean. It just, again, it's all about planting that seed. I mean, it's crazy they can sell something like this to you brand new, $12, but they say it's recycled. This is more than 50% recycled polyester. Whether or not I actually know what that means, I feel a little less bad maybe about my consumption in buying it.
I personally haven't shopped fast fashion for many years. This business kind of helped propel my thoughts around that. I do feel like we shouldn't be producing anything else.
According to the Norwegian Consumer Authority, H&M is literally misleading consumers because they're failing to adequately explain why their garments are less polluting than other garments. As part of this story, I meet Amanda. She's a sustainable fashion influencer based in Dubai.
With synthetics and all that stuff, let's see if this is a good choice to buy.
So this is pure synthetic. So this says 53% viscose and 47% polyester. Now, essentially anything that sounds like a chemical is a chemical. If it sounds natural, like bamboo, flax, hemp, linen, cotton, so we are not wearing anything that's good for our skin. There are things you can do. You can put things like a coral ball in your washing machine, and it is like a coral plastic device that actually collects microfibers.
Amanda tells me she's very concerned about the future of the fashion industry. She herself wanted to be a fashion designer until she realized how much waste is in the industry.
Your cost per wear is much more economical. It's going to last longer, and you're going to look after it as well. We value things that are obviously more expensive to us, and we take care of them more.
So when it comes to what you wear, we basically have 4 options. We can buy cheap clothes from a place like H&M or Shein. We can buy designer clothes, which most of us just can't afford. We can become a minimalist and own 2 or 3 shirts. Or we can buy secondhand clothes.
You cannot build a fit like this just doing the fast fashion stuff. Like I'm sure you can, but it's not the same.
This is Anthony, an American Gen Z who has been thrifting most of his wardrobe for the past 4 years.
Gen Z, people are more aware now, this whole generation, with actual environmental impacts and cultural impacts as well. Go to any of those sweatshop countries, it's a problem, a genuine problem. It's scary.
You start to see that more and more people are trusting, going back to, I would say, the way we grew up shopping, which was charity shops and things like this. There was no taboo, and it became sort of not as cool to be seen in something that wasn't new or branded or on trend in terms of the fast fashion.
In Dubai, I see a donation box, and I bring some of my old clothes here.
Most of the stuff I just discarded were H&M, Zara, and then there was, interestingly, a lot of t-shirts that I got at conferences, free stuff, free t-shirts I got at conferences, tote bags, things that you just don't tend to value. And it was also interesting because there was 2 shirts and a pair of shorts, and I was like, oh wait, I am not donating that. How did that get in there? I want to actually start reusing that again.
I don't know, maybe I started to value it more once I was about to lose it. Overall, that bin was overflowing. It was absolutely full, which is good and bad. It's good that people are using it and not throwing stuff away in the garbage, but it's also bad because it just goes to show how much stuff we buy that we don't actually really use well enough.
This is Sarah Fung, the owner of this store in Hong Kong.
It was like every season they would like have a whole new wardrobe change because of the trends, and you would literally see an army of people walk in every season with like a certain look.
She used to work for a major department store in Hong Kong and then quit to start Hula. They sell pre-loved items, and she curates designer items and then resells them. It's located in an expensive, trendy part of Hong Kong.
I think we're one of the few pre-owned businesses that are doing this at this scale, because we actually have like 150 products that launch every week.
But in her culture, she tells me it was bad luck to wear old clothes because it meant that you were wearing clothes of someone who has died.
I didn't realize the stigma was so strong, I guess, until I started speaking to people like my family who were like, why are you selling old people's clothes? Now I've got like interns and people saying, I want to work in this business, or I want to do sustainable fashion. And it's a choice. It's the number one choice when they're shopping for something nowadays, which is amazing.
So what happens next?
You want to keep clothes like this within a circular economy. So it's look after it. It's not the fibers that are going to last. So it might not fit the same, look the same, have the same shine after 4 or 5 washes that a natural fiber shirt would do. But if you can thrift it or donate it afterwards, at least you're keeping it out of landfill.
In 2015, a climate activist started the 30 Wears Challenge. The idea was simple. Make sure you wear each item of clothing at least 30 times. Amanda tells me she will only buy a new item if she really loves it, and she gives up one of her existing items and puts it in the so-called circular economy. Amanda also sees some optimism in this industry.
And you have big name brands like Prada and Tom Ford and all of these brands whose umbrella companies are investing in online secondhand sites like Vestiaire and things like this globally. So with that, we can see there's obviously a big direction towards a circular shopping model.
Amanda also wants us to buy natural fibers like cotton instead of synthetic ones.
Circular economy is the only solution currently to keep fashion more sustainable, but we need to be more conscious consumers. We need to understand what we're looking for.
Meanwhile, Sarah tells me she isn't against fashion designers and new fashion brands.
I don't want to stamp down, obviously, young designers who want to be fashion designers and create a brand and all of that. That's amazing, but just make sure it's good, please. There's a lot of stuff out there that isn't good and it's just, bad quality.
But what can people like me and you do differently?
Buying secondhand is actually the quickest way to resolve fashion sustainability right now.
Within like 50 years, our fresh water will be completely depleted. Like that's like we're on track for that, unless we change things now. So like elect the correct people that actually care about that stuff. Just be smart.
We need to be the ones that are self-aware and to try even just a little bit to help ourselves and ultimately help the environment as a result.